Mitch Trubisky, quote, hasn't really been sharp while getting first-team reps. They have a drill called the 7 shots drill, which involves the offense and defense facing off from the 2-yard line. Trubisky is 0 for his last 16 in the drill and has connected on 3 of 20 reps throughout of all camp. He's struggling in other areas as well, going 0 for 4 with an interception Tuesday and back-to-back overthrows. He still appears well ahead of Kenny Pickett on the depth chart. That's because Kenny Pickett's 3rd on the depth chart, their first-round pick. And Mason Rudolph said before Tuesday's practice, ominously, that he expects to get some first-team reps soon. The Steelers seem like they could use Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, you've been saying that. I guess it's probably not crazy. I think the 49ers made a mistake. Like those guys, it's not the PR guy's call. It ultimately starts with John and Kyle. When we walked out to practice today and Jimmy was on the practice field throwing, to me, the 100% move would have been, and maybe, again, I don't know if John and Kyle are even consumed with it, but I would have wanted the video out today of him playing. You know why? He looked exactly like Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, he looks 100% fine. He just looks like Jimmy Garoppolo last year in week 5 or week 8. He's just Jimmy Garoppolo. That's him. He's healthy. He's running around. Tan's on point. Hair looks good. Arm looks completely normal. I would want that out going viral on the NFL. Even Lombardi came up to me. He's like, "What you put this? If everyone tweeted this out right now, that is a good thing for the 49ers." How many teams? I look at Cam Newton and Mayoko. There's an NFL team. There's 32 of them. The 49ers are practicing, and one of the 31 NFL quarterbacks is in the corner playing catch. That is happening at no other places in the NFL. You would want that out. I get it if he was like limping around or whatever. Is that the practice? Yeah, they do have a good view.
It's just, sent to me from the stands.
Because here's what happens during training camp. You practice
from the stands. That's
you practice, especially before the preseason games start. You practice if I'm the general manager or I'm the personnel guy, you practice for a couple hours. If your team's relatively healthy, you watch practice tape, you eat, every meal. But like, what else are you doing? Like, if you're the GM or the director of player personnel, until the preseason games start and you're like evaluating random players, there's not that going on. So if this happened, you would be like, our quarterbacks are struggling. We need to do another deep dive. This guy looks healthy. And I would call these guys like, can we facilitate something? Will he cut his salary down to $10 million? Maybe we'll throw Mitch in. You can get him help. Maybe we'll keep Mitch. Who cares? Right? And cut Mason Rudolph and have 3 quarterbacks. Regardless, Mitch Trubisky is nowhere near as good as Jimmy Garoppolo. So if Kenny Pickett is not ready, which clearly he's not, right? Like Trey Lance last year was immediately starting with the 2s. Mac Jones repping with the 1s. Like,
also, say what you want about Jimmy. It was Jimmy that kept Trey Lance on the bench. This is Mitchell Trubisky and Mason Rudolph putting Kenny Pickett 3rd on the depth chart.
And the difference to me with Seattle and these guys is Pittsburgh is not trying to not make the playoffs, right? Not only are they trying to make the playoffs, they go non-quarterback. We're a top 7-8 team in the league.
With Ben Roethlisberger, who people thought 3-4 years ago was done, they won 9 games. They won 12 games. They won their division 2 years ago.
Well, the Steelers and the Niners are the same. You give either one Justin Herbert, they're winning 14, 15 games, right? They just are. I think the Steelers would kick ass. Steelers defense is elite. They couldn't throw it past like 2 yards last year, and they got Najee Harris, who's banged up, but they always find running backs. I'm with you. I like that potential destination. I think the names that we have said over and over is not, whenever the dust settles, however it goes down, is not where Jimmy Garoppolo ends up. And I think that happens a little more often than people realize in sports. People just get dead set, like, this is going to happen, and then it doesn't happen. And it's like, wow, he went where? Like, it's like Jimmy Garoppolo's on the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Or Jimmy Garoppolo, because you know what? What do winning teams want to do? They want to win. If you're Seattle, you're like, if we were really cool with just resetting this, maybe we'll just roll with these 2 guys, suck, whatever.
Sounds like Geno's going to be their quarterback.
Pittsburgh is not cool with a Geno or a Mason Rudolph type season. They're just not.